It's ADSN on the beat, where the data meets the street. James and Daniel in your feed, breaking down the code you need. Tech talk, ad game, and a little AI. Every week we got the chat on ADSN.
Welcome back to ADSN, where we talk tech, media, AI, and we talk about LA. LA, James, not beautiful today. We want to keep the people, up to speed on what's happening out here. We got a big episode today. We're going to jump in with some really great news. This tweet coming.
Spencer Pratt has made the runoff. Is that where you're going with this?
Oh, if you want to go LA news, we got it. We got a Polymarket here today. Eric Sufert.
Yes. Eric Sufert.
Yes.
Let's start there. Actually, Sufert went. Sufert saw that the LA prediction markets seem to be wildly out of whack from the actual vote counts.
And you had a pretty good take on that, actually.
I did have a good take, I thought. But it is, people are reading into the prediction markets as if they are actual vote counts. Now it seems to be massively dislodged from reality. And Sufert, I think, just could not handle the statistical insanity of it.
No.
And so I'm sure his wife was like, go to sleep, Eric. Like, what are you doing? But he wrote up this thing basically saying it's just like, it's got to be just wildly off.
I'm just imagining Sufert talking to Claude and the two of them just like ripping out this thing.
Yeah. So the TLDR on that one is that the prediction markets appear to still be pretty off. And as we referenced a couple weeks ago, not indicative of public opinion quite yet.
No. And on those markets, actually, this one coming from Gergevin, where he highlights that actually prediction markets are being used now to hedge promotions. There's a bar in New York that had a promotion that said if the Knicks win, they're going to buy drinks for everyone at the bar. And then they put in a $5,000 bet on Kalshi to hedge it. So to them, it's a break even, which is, I think
there's a guy, every year for the Super Bowl, there's someone that gives away free mattresses.
Mattress Mac. It's baseball, Houston Astros.
Okay, that's what it is.
And they were so good for a few years, I think he really made out.
But he would hedge. He was fully hedged, right, on the market, I think, doing this.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's the famous one, but now we've got it really accessible to anyone.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right.
Okay.
What else you got?
Good news for LA, well, maybe, and for businesses looking to hedge. Another just great news this month is Derek Thompson coming in, highlighting the last 5 weeks, basically being like modern miracles for medicine. Talks about retatrutide, I can never pronounce that, the triple agonist GLP-1, the positive things it's doing and coming out of the studies. RevMed with pancreatic cancer drugs showing really strong results of extending life. A PCSK9 gene editing therapy for cholesterol, AI-assisted radiology, helping cancer screenings and detection, and then new therapy for metastatic solid tumors. So, this one for the medical folks, this is just all good news around. Like AI, modern medicine, we are making massive strides here.
Yeah, it brought three things to mind. One, there is a little piece of I was raised, my whole family's in medicine, and they've always been so bullish on this would eventually happen, and now I think it's pretty validating. So seeing that, I feel like a shout out to my dad and stepdad and mom for being right as I was asking them why they haven't fixed everything yet, but it appears like that may be happening, which is pretty great. The other ones, I saw someone reach out. I'm on this ad tech group chat. You may be on it. But there's two things. There's open evidence and then doximity. Open evidence is basically ChatGPT for the medical industry. It's what everyone uses. It's growing like crazy, I guess. And then I believe doximity is basically a social network for doctors. How doctors all basically, it's like LinkedIn for the medical community.
Okay.
And both of them have ad products, I'm pretty sure. Someone was like, does anyone have experience advertising these? So I was like, what is happening? But if you think about how much, it's just interesting. There's going to be way more innovation happening in this, and the speed of innovation is going to go parabolic. That it's just going to create a whole new cottage industry around it that probably did not exist in the past, and a bunch of people in it that may not be directly tied to being doctors anymore, right? Like,
no, I mean, we talked about it a few episodes ago. The guy in Australia who like solved his dog's cancer using a bunch of AI and like API integrations. Like it is democratized, and then when doctors get a hold of it, scientists get a hold of it, they can accelerate it, right? They can do the real studies to get it commercialized, which is awesome.
The third thought I had was no one should be impressed that OpenAI launched ads in the UK while this stuff is happening. That team's crushing it. But again, if you have wholesale, you access wholesale to these things, and now people are doing all this work on top of you, getting your ads manager live.
I'm impressed how much they're stretching out this news and making noise about it. That's the most impressive part. Whoever that comms team is managing this is like making, it's incredible what they're doing.
Yeah. I talked to a friend that specializes in comms for like venture-backed companies. And basically all of them now are just copying what Claude does, which is Claude does like a giant push and just like relaunches features like every week. So it looks like you're just like stacking the table, but you've already built like all this stuff. Yeah. It's kind of amazing. And I get it. It like totally makes sense. But like next week, ChatGPT says they've like added like an edit button to Business Manager.
You're going to lose it? Okay, guys. My favorite Anthropic comms move, which people are starting to copy, is our product is so good we can't release it. We're scared what it's going to do. People are going to use this because it's way too good.
The mythos mystique.
Yes, exactly. And you start to see it in other brands now, some tongue in cheek, some for real, of just like, oh, we don't want to launch this one just yet. It's a little too much. People aren't ready for it. It's like,
we should do that for universal ads with clickable TV ads. As you know, I'm like a hater on clickable TV ads in general. So it'd be a really funny one. Be like, no, the world's not ready to click on TV ads with their controller. Which is
I think it's ADSN. We've got a lot of ideas. The world's just not ready for it. There's big things for ADSN. We got to get everyone to catch up. This next one coming from Morgan Barrett. We made big news in law and AI that Kirkland Ellis, one of the biggest law firms in the world, is investing $500 million to build its own AI platform, as opposed to relying on other tools that are also feeding its rivals, which I don't know, man. Like, kind of stay in your lane. I appreciate it, and like maybe this pans out, but I don't know. Like,
I think it's like they realize there's an existential risk, and that I'm not trying to like bring everything back to ads. I'm just like in an ads mode, but like it reminds me of like Trade Desk and the holdcos. Mm-hmm. So it's like they're on one hand they're looking at Harvey, and people like Harvey, and they're like, oh man, fuck, that's like what a modern day law firm looks like. And then the other hand, they're like our modern day law firm, and they got to figure out how do they, who's going to become who first. They're like, they are each other. It's the Trade Desk and Publicis, which one are you, So I think that's the thing. It's a very hard thing to do.
It's a really hard thing.
And maybe it's leverage to go acquire one of these guys. I don't know if they have money to do it, but acquiring them would be much easier, is my bet.
I think acquiring and then just hiring on, I don't know, go hire some Anthropic engineers to go build you a custom thing on top of cloud.
But like you can't pay them enough to work at Kirkland. No offense, Kirkland. But like, I'm not sure if you can.
This is the kings of M&A. I think they can whip up something.
It's true. Yes.
But I think we'll see more of this though, of companies starting to decide of, do I set aside my own funds to build on top of something, my own platform that's custom to me, or do I just continue to use the products out there?
Yeah. I'm going to say something that I don't know anything about. So I'm curious how
this is my favorite. Let's do it.
But I feel like hospital groups, this actually makes sense. Like very research oriented groups. That one I actually feel like does make sense. You have a bunch of proprietary first party data. You like, that feels like one where I'm like, okay, I get why you're doing that versus relying on some layer. This one to me is like, it's not like the nuance of like the training data of the Kirkland, like, it's just like, I kind of I don't know. I'm also not a lawyer.
They may disagree. If there's someone from Kirkland Ellis that wants to debate that, we're open for it.
We should ask. We have some lawyer friends. Let's ask them.
Oh, we had Adam on the pod a while ago. We can ask him.
We did have Adam.
Yeah. All right. Next one. This one, just a fun one. You sent it to me over the weekend from Joshua Steinman. I love him. Basically, Founders Fund put out episode 1 of Mafia with like the who's who of Silicon Valley, and Joshua Steinman just crushed it. A celebration of life, of agility, of guile and cunning, of strategy, of empathy, of wisdom, more. I don't know if that was the reaction for the most of the market, but it encapsulates it. It's great. It's like fun.
It was cool. It's fun. And Simon and I like respect immensely, and like he's brilliant. I found myself wondering how many of those people had kids, and how I would. And obviously, like we are not like like the who's who of like Silicon Valley, but like if I were like, hey, Christina, I'm going to go play like Mafia on like Thursday night with like Daniel, Celis, Pear, Dante, and like Emron. She'd be like, no, you're not. Like, what are you talking about? You're like, going to go play a little role game? Like, no, your kids need to go to bed. Like,
yeah.
So I am kind of curious.
I want to know if this is like the non-poker crowd. It feels like this is like, oh, you don't want to gamble and play poker?
They had some professional poker players.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah. Listen, it was like very well done, and it was interesting. And I get why. I totally get it. Like it's hysterical. It's just like it also just makes me think everyone is a reality star. It's like they're turning themselves into reality stars. Like Sam Altman's now a reality star. Like clearly they're like pretending. Well, by nature of this game, they are pretending.
Yes.
And so like you have a reality star president. I think we're gonna have a reality star mayor of LA. You have reality star icons on Silicon Valley. It's just like. Yeah. I think we need to like, I should start pretending I know how the healthcare industry works. And the law firm industry, yeah. You are now a Kirkland Ellis expert. Yeah. But yes, it's pretty fun. And I'll keep watching it. But yeah, kind of a weird thing to do. Yeah. But, again, we always say just a bizarre timeline, and things just keep branching off. Okay. This next one, I really enjoyed. It was basically a back and forth between Toby from Shopify and Jacob, J for Jacob. And the debate is really that Shopify was A/B testing a ton of like checkout features. And this person was like, hey, like I saw a big drop off in checkouts. I know you guys are A/B testing because it looks different than what I'm used to. Like, who's on the hook for this? Like, this is not okay if it affects my business. Now, Toby was interesting. He went back. He's like, look, we looked at your data. Like, we didn't see statistical significance. Like, I want to hear your feedback. Like, took it, I thought, handled it really well. And so did the other person. But to me, it did open up this bigger question of like, I mean, we know at Snap was running A/B tests constantly. Meta's running them constantly. YouTube, Spotify, Shopify, everybody's running these tests constantly to try to tweak things. But if there's a dramatic impact on a business, and Shopify is unique in that respect, right? That it impacts revenue. Who's on the hook, and like, what do they owe their customers to tell them, hey, we're testing, and like, here's the parameters. I think Toby answered it the right way, which is he has like so much empathy. I mean, he exists. Shopify exists for the merchants. Like every CEO should have like the honesty and humility that Toby has, like where he, it's like, we get like, I'm looking into this, we're going to fix this. It is like their responsibility. Yeah. It's different if you're a consumer product, I think. Totally. That has a different thing. And, I remember back in like 2009, 2010, we were doing a ton of work with Facebook. And I remember like being there's like this restaurant with a mechanical bull in Palo Alto. I can't remember. I'm sure some of the listeners remember. Anyway, but I remember talking to the Facebook team then, and I was like, "When are you guys gonna like redesign some stuff?" And they're like, you kind of can't, because it's like reorganizing people's like living room. It's like we've gotten so big that we can't like move. It's like all these incremental little steps. You can't like just do it wholesale. Yeah. And that was like at least their point of view back then. And but yeah, I think hearing Toby's response to that just makes me just continue to think that Shopify works for the merchant. Now,
Yeah.
it makes me think if I were an app developer on Shopify, like I am not the main customer. Like if you were an app developer on Shopify, you are absolutely not the core customer. But if you are a merchant, you know, and we spent some time with that team a couple years ago, like that's all they care about.
Yeah.
So I think to answer your question, it's Shopify's responsibility.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. I thought that for being X, this was like the most civil debate I've ever seen on X, of like a CEO and a customer just like having a healthy conversation.
Because the CEO like actually values and doesn't like demean the customer. And the customer knows that. So that's that seems like a good dynamic they're creating there at Shopify. Yeah.
All right. This next one coming from Hernan Lopez. I know you're going to appreciate it. I picked this just for you. It's a whole post about vertical video and the growing business that is vertical video. He says it's on track to generate $150 billion in 2026, ex-China, which is 42% increase since last year. And there was a vertical media summit where they brought in TikTok and others to talk about this. And I just had to chuckle. Like, we were there when everyone was like, what is this vertical video? Like, what are you guys doing? Like, just flip the phone, turn it.
Yeah. It's incredible. It's, again, as much as like we give Evan Spiegel crap, he invented it for all practical purposes. And it's, I mean, I spend so much time consuming vertical video now. And even like, you know, the Quibi people who a lot of them are at Snap, like they were all right, you know, there's and now you're seeing I think Disney and Paramount Plus and Peacock now have basically vertical video clips as a way of discovering which content to jump into. So like that mechanism makes sense. I think we've talked about this before, but like the one that is so fascinating to me eventually is when Paramount Plus and HBO merge together, or Warner Brothers, I guess. And then you have like some semblance of tie into TikTok. Like that is now the killer. That is basically what Snap wanted to be, which was like, how can you create content that people can just find, and how can you hop over to like the most premium experiences? And like, that's pretty. I don't know who has those two combined make something that does not exist today. It's in any way, shape, or form.
To me, that is, since we're on the ads track with you today. To me, that's full funnel media, right? You have long form film, high gloss, high production value with Warner Brothers and certainly Paramount. You have kind of mid funnel, which you could put like sports or TV shows or reality, maybe a little, you know, less high gloss, but like very engaging. And then you've got the super short form, the 5 second, 10 second, 15-second clips. And now you're servicing every type of attention, right?
And all the IP that you can use.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And you could tie in these stories. It's a really interesting
platform. I'm curious if they actually pull it off, but it is, it's interesting. And so yes, that summit, we should have gone to that summit.
Should have gone to the summit. Hernan, come on, get us out there. It's in our backyard. It was in Hollywood. And just to clarify, we only give Evan crap because we love that company so much, and like we think it should be doing so many more amazing things.
We wrote something very nice. Us and Rich Greenfield both applauded the appointment of Anmol to be the new head of creator and content. Shout out Anmol. Yeah, we were positive about that. So that's good.
Yeah. Reach out to us too. I think we're creators now, so we're happy to do a partnership. Just shameless plugs on this episode. This next one, again, you sent it to me. Meta's plans to test an AI pendant next year as a wearables push. This was part of an internal memo, you know, looked at by the information. What's your take on it?
They did a great job at the Ray-Bans. I think in general, I think the pendant is going to be pretty interesting. I saw a thing about how there was, I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but the AirPods, the next version of the AirPods are going to have a little camera. Not for you to like FaceTime people, but to like observe the world around you, to like get the context of what you're actually seeing. And it's all going to go there. I mean, Meta continues to be, I've never doubt Meta. but they do have to get this AI assistant thing going. Either they're going to have to go standalone Meta AI, which is kind of the current one, or they're just going to shove it into Instagram and WhatsApp just so hard. And that maybe that's what they should do, honestly. At some point, as ChatGPT becomes more like Instagram. Right now it's single player, but there's got to be a way for it to be multiplayer at some point. Maybe Instagram just says screw it, and Instagram is Meta AI for all practical purposes.
I mean, they're starting. I mean, you can definitely tell they're dipping their toe. They've got Meta AI in the search, which actually to me is really annoying, because it's I actually don't want this context. I just want the account or the tag. Don't give me the biography, just give me the account. But they're trying. But I agree.
Yeah, they still have to fix. I get lost. Sometimes I'm watching a vertical video and then I still get confused if I'm in stories or reels, so I swipe the wrong way, and I'm oh, this is so annoying. Just guys, make one format here. What are we doing? Maybe that's step one. But yeah, I wouldn't buy the pendant, to be honest, but I think it's important that they push out their hardware. But I wouldn't buy any of this stuff. No. Other than, I still would probably just buy the Apple stuff. I would consider it the ChatGPT thing.
I just don't know what my use case would be yet. But I like watching other people's and seeing how they're using it. And
you know what? I just got a new Echo, Amazon, Alexa.
It's funny. We just got rid of ours.
Oh, really? The Alexa Plus is their new new ChatGPT kind of thing. Yeah. It's built on top of Anthropic probably. And it's really good. Okay. It's the same thing that powers Rufus. Okay. My favorite, it's formerly Rufus, now Alexa.
So now
we went all in on that.
All right. They're finally bringing it all together after years of Alexa being, a little second tier. It's brought into the future. And then speaking of the future, again, this one you sent me, I thought this was amazing. That people are controlling things with their brain. Speaking of wearables, BCI, there's an investment here. To be honest, I don't totally understand it, but it's people doing this with their eyes and their brain and starting to control things in real life. I mean, this to me is getting to X-Men territory.
Yes, there was that startup that has the hats. Yeah. That there's I guess it'd be if I was wearing this hat right now, it would take the brain waves and I could send texts and stuff. I don't really know. I also just think it's so funny that all this time, it's my eyes aren't good, so I wear glasses, and I'm just lazy and I wear a hat. It's finally, I actually have the main computing platform just based on my outfit choices.
You've been forced to wear glasses. The rest of the world's about to choose to wear glasses.
Oh yeah. If they say it's hoodies and sandals are the next computing platforms, then
I think there's your opportunity. The sandal crowd.
Yeah. The sandal crowd, I think, is underrepresented. I don't get why people don't wear more sandals.
All right. With that, it is time.
Primary post! Primary post!
Time for primary posts. You kick us off today.
All right. My primary post is... okay. This is from Yushin Jin, and it's think of yourself as an LLM. Every social interaction, every meeting burns your tokens. Unless someone's a paid subscriber to your attention, you are under no obligation to answer low quality prompts. I really like this. I thought it was obviously very quickly, but I've gone to an executive coach for a long time, a guy named Dave Cashin, who's brilliant. And he basically, a lot of his thing is just you just don't pay attention to people who that if they're not going to be on invested in this relationship and actually listening and things like that, a lot of those things you don't have to. And even goes further, he talks about listening to the voices in your head and doubt and stuff. Yeah, this is obviously executive coaching, but it's they don't get to burn tokens. I think that's a good. As someone who's who's burned a lot of tokens recently. I think it's a great little analogy.
I think that is a really good analogy. I like that. Yeah. I think that's, I'm going to start looking at my time that way. That email. Yeah. Oh, that's a bunch of tokens. I'm going to skip that one.
No, yeah.
I like it. All right. And then mine this week is from Aditya, who posted a Y Combinator post and said his hot take: people see Elon, Zuck, Gates, Altman, Karpathy and think they took risks, and so should I. But what they're not accounting for and what they forget is that these people were absolute monsters at what they did long before they became famous. And I love this. Like, I think we all so many people jump to like, oh, they accomplish it, I can too. And you can, but there's a whole lot of work and grind and like dirty work that these people went through before they became Bill Gates. Like, I think especially now with social media, like that part's getting forgotten. All we see is the gloss.
Yeah. Very unk, as you say, but
I don't say, the nephews say the unk. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. And it's, these guys, a lot of them are older than you'd think. And like when they were our age, and we're like kind of old now, a lot of them, Elon's different a little bit, but like people had no idea who they were. So like, I think that's a really good one.
Yeah. Okay.
Use your token smart and trust the process.
Trust the process. There we go. The famous words of James Barrow. And with that, we're closing out.
Tokens used. Bye.
Bye.
It's ADSN on the beat, where the data meets the street. James and Daniel in your feed, breaking down the code you need. Tech talk, ad game, and a little AI. Every week we got the chat on ADSN.